edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. This is Tony Pollard. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return.
Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
One thing he does very well, he takes care of the football. Had 176 pass attempts to start his career without an interception. That's the most in NFL history. And finished his rookie year, 23 touchdown passes and only 4 interceptions.
First down, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it.
Prescott on the keeper.
The Texans offense going to go to work, and it is Deshaun Watson at quarterback.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
On the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Darryl Worley. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Tony Pollard.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up third down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
It's 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
The 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The sack there by Tyrone Crawford, shooting in to make the play.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Watson gets one into the hands of Cobb. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
At the 6-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. First and goal at the 1. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 1-yard touchdown run from David Johnson as his guys are on the board first here tonight. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run.
The kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On second down, Italia, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
On third down, it's Prescott. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard.
Houston set to take over. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Diggs on the coverage.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. To the air yet again, Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down. It's Watson. And he rifles one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 21 yards away. And the Texans will add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now Pollard. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard.
Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times it's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it.
Prescott's pass complete.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Rick Zerline to kick off 4th down.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he returns this to the 22.
DeAndre Carter on the return. The Texans take over.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And let's look at their passing game, more specifically their receiving game. These guys have been great out wide.
I'm with you on that one. We'll look at it and we'll enjoy it and actually marvel at it. These guys are making every catch possible. Boy, have they been fun to watch in this game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First target, first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
10 more
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
First down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll run on first down. Johnson slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, his second touchdown of the night, and the Texans will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Open man, the tight end fails.
Is no good on the fake extra point.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
25-yard line.
And now the Texans defense, they get ready here. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Pass intercepted. The Texans take over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running flag, and they hit them over the top.
David Johnson.
Ooh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At his own 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 87 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Complete to David Johnson.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the Texans are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it with Johnson. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 1-yard touchdown run from David Johnson. And the Texans push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now Pollard. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. He'll throw again. Prescott. He's got it. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.